Good afternoon, welcome to Tuesday's Craft and Chat. It is Tuesday the 9th of March. If you are here, could you say hello? Let me just raise my seat up a bit. There we go. So how are we today? Ooh, pressing all the wrong buttons. I don't know what happened there. Hang on. Oh, nice and warm here. How are we? Sun is shining here in Hampshire. Very, very pleased to see the sun. Although, I know we Brits talk about the weather all the time, but I checked the weather forecast for the next few days and it's like gales and rain. What's all that about? So we're going to have to stay safe and warm inside. So let's see who is here. Goodness me, everyone's in the house today. So Michelle, Anne, Joanne, Karen, Rosie, Sue, Lynn, Jen, Mum, Pauline, Jan, Roz, Gillian, Judith. Goodness me, you're all here. That is fantastic. Who else is here? And Marlene and Becky is here. And Chris and Angela are here as well. Mum is saying afternoon to everyone. And Anita's here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so very exciting world in my world currently. So we thought Brian getting a text on Friday morning which says come for a COVID vaccination next week was going to be the best news of the week, and believe you me, we are very excited about that. I have been teasing him for days. It's because he's old. He's 2 years older than me, which is why he's been called and I haven't yet. But that's very exciting. So he's going on Saturday for his jab. And then you've probably seen on Facebook and on my blog and everywhere else, Kimberly and Dom are engaged, which is all very lovely and it's very exciting news. So their plan is to get married next year. And they're very happy and very excited, and everyone else is very excited too. So yeah, that's really good news. So have you got any good news to share with us today? Got anything exciting that's happening in your world, or anything that's made you smile? Brian and I were out for a walk on Sunday evening, and we heard a bird call that we didn't know what it was. Now Brian's he kind of, you know, he can pick out robins and blackbirds and various other birds, but we couldn't work out what this was. So we had to do a bit of Googling, and we found out that they were great tits that we could hear, which was really nice because we haven't actually seen them. We've got a few blue tits in the garden, but no great tits. So that was very exciting. So see, it's such a rock and roll life we lead, listening to bird calls on an evening walk, trying to work out what they are. Then me trying to replicate the bird call. That was, yeah, you needed to be there, but it was very funny. So let me have a look and see what you've all got to say. Do share the video. That would be really helpful if you could do that. There's a little arrow and a share button, and it shares it to your personal Facebook page. Just means then that I can reach more people and they get to see the crafting. So that's really cool. Let's have a look. Lots of sunny afternoon. Who else is here? Anne's here, Donna's here, Anne's here, different Anne. Marlene's just had a parcel delivered. Yay! Sheridan's here. Margaret's here. Jen says she liked the ring and loved Kim's nails. Yeah, Kim, very talented. She does her own nails. It's actually quite funny that several people have said, how did she get her nails looking so good? Because, of course, all the beauticians here in the UK are closed at the moment. But she does her own. And her nails almost always look like that. They always look fancy. So, yeah, she didn't know. It was a surprise to her. So it's very exciting. Oh, brilliant. Roz and Steve are having their COVID jabs on Sunday. It's a good Mother's Day present. Exactly. Oh, Val. That sounds delicious. Val made a lovely iced apricot cake for a friend's birthday gift. So, Val, my question is it apricot coloured or apricot flavoured or both? And can I have the recipe, please? Because I love apricots. Lots of congratulations. Gillian's here from Jordanstown. Tricky, Lisa, tricky. So Lisa said she's got good news and bad news. And the good news is she's got a new job, which is fantastic. But she doesn't know if the hours will allow her to join in on a Tuesday afternoon. Darn it. Hopefully they will. But if not, there is always the replay. Let's have a look. Lots of congratulations to Kim and Dom. That's lovely. Oh, that's really nice. So Judith lives down the road from me. And she went to the park and looked over Fareham Quay, the boats and the birds sitting in the sunshine. It's nice, isn't it? I think it's really lovely that pretty much wherever you live, sometimes you have to walk quite a way, but there's normally something that you can go and see that is nice and interesting. But you see, where we live, it's town and countryside, but I love the cities as well, because there's always so much to see in a city as well. So yeah, lots and lots of congratulations and things, so that's really good. Okay, so my hands are really cold. I don't know why. I've got to warm them up, as otherwise I'm not going to be able to pick things up when I do my crafting in a bit. Oh, Val, the cake is apricot flavour and the icing is an apricot colour. Oh, yes please, Val. Can you send me the recipe? Yummy. Right, let me warm up my hands on my coffee. Oh, my little heater's on as well, but chilly. It's probably because I've shut the curtains, the sun's not in. So, hang on. I've just got to reach my tombow. I'm going to need that. I was going to get myself a new one. This is nearly empty, but it'll have to do for today. Okay, so I have a couple of cards to show you. This first one is from Angela, and this is using, hang on, not sure which stamp set this is actually. It's all different seed pods, and it's so pretty. So pretty. I love these sort of little squares. So I do this all the time. I find layout. So this is like a card layout. So I find a layout and then I replicate it. So you'll see another card like this soon. And then Rosie, I think, is here. I'm not sure. But Rosie, this arrived today. So look, it's using the lovely new butterflies. And it's a pop-up card. It's really unusual. So it kind of pops, let me show you, kind of pops up like that. So there's like a box mechanism inside and it pops up like this. Isn't it cool? Super cool. Thank you. Love it. Love it, love it. Love getting cards. So yeah, so that's really good. Okay, so that's those. So in the world of Stampin' Up, I have a few announcements actually. So the first one is mark your calendars for the 24th of March. So that is 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away. What are we, the 9th? 9, 16, 23, 24. So yeah, so 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Actually, maths is one of my stronger suits, so this is not boding well, is it, for me not remembering? Anyway, 24th of March at 7 p.m. So, the retiring list for the annual catalogue is going live. So, this big book is the annual catalogue. The new catalogue, the new one of these, launches at the beginning of May. So we've got 5 weeks of while stocks last chance items from the big book. Okay. And it goes live, like I said, 24th of March. This book, whoa, this one, the mini, is carrying on until the end of June. So the retiring list for this book won't show up until the end of May. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, the thing to know is obviously anything in this book that makes it into the new book, you will know in May when you see the new book. So we'll kind of know what's retiring anyway. So that means several things. The first thing is, if you want things out of this book, you need to get on and get them. There may well be bargains to be had on the 24th of March. I don't know. We never know whether there are going to be discounts until it actually goes live, and I'll see it at the same time that you see it. So yeah, there's nothing I can do. I don't kind of have advance warning. But, and here's the important thing. This is the super important thing. These colours, just find it. These colours here, so they are the 2019 to 2021 in colours. I'll call them out. Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, Pretty Peacock and Seaside Spray are all leaving the catalogue. If you've got an ink pad in those colours, buy a re-inker now. I don't normally tell you that you need to do something now, but you need to do it now. The reason for that is the in colours that go out are usually the first things to sell out. And every year, and those of you that have listened to me over a few years, every single year, I have people ringing me up and emailing me saying, oh, I need a re-inker for this colour. And I can't get them. So you've got to get them whilst they're in stock. So get them ordered. So get them ordered now. The same if you want cardstock and that sort of thing, then get it now rather than waiting for the retired list to go live. Because we know they're retiring, we know they're going because those 5 colours are going and we're getting 5 new ones. Your next question is going to be, when do we get the new catalogue? Well, if you're a demonstrator, we will get to see it on the 24th of March. I cannot order the new catalogues until the very beginning of April. And obviously we're then in kind of a sales period and so on. So quite often it takes a bit of time for the catalogues to get through to me. My aim is to get them to you at least a week before we go live. So that's always my aim. So I aim to get them to you the middle or just beyond the middle of April. I think sorry, I dropped the catalogue on the floor. Yeah, so the catalogue doesn't actually go live until the 4th of May. So my guess is that the catalogues will arrive to you the last week of April, maybe the second last week. It depends. Depends how fast I can get everything labelled up, parcelled up and in the post. So yeah, so it is very exciting. New catalogue time is always very exciting. But everyone who has been shopping with me in the past year will automatically get a copy of the new catalogue. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. If you haven't yet shopped with me and you would like to, then if you send me an email, amanda@inspiringinkin.com, then I will get a copy of the catalogue in the post to you. And if you shop with another demonstrator, then please ask them to get you a copy. Okay, right, let's see if there are questions. Deborah says the sun is up in Calgary. Thanks, Jan. Jan's done the maths for me. It's 2 weeks and a day. Yeah, so 2 weeks tomorrow is the retired list. Yes, Jan, you get the new catalogue. Like I said, it will be the tail end of April. Brilliant. And good morning, Janet. So yeah, so that is exciting. Obviously, I will remind everybody about the re-inkers because that's kind of important. So do go and have a checkup of what ink pads you've got. And I always say this, when you're buying an ink pad, always consider buying the re-inker at the same time, because then you've got it. And you don't have to then go to use it on a project and realise that your ink pad's dry and you need to re-ink it, and then you've got to wait for the re-inker to come. So I always recommend that you buy the ink pad, the re-inker and the cardstock as like a hit, as a one hit, because then you know that you've got the things that will all coordinate together. Karen is asking about the core colours. Yeah, the core colours are staying the same, Karen. They're not changing. I think we're probably 2 years away from another core colour change. And for those of you that haven't been through that, every 5 years or so we move the colours around. So some colours go, like in the 50 colours, some colours go and some of the in colours come back, and we have a kind of a shuffle around. But we did that a couple of years ago, so I think we've probably got a couple of years to go yet. Okay, so here are more things about the reinkers. We have had problems with customs and the reinkers having to be relabeled, so they might show up as available or not available. If you're having problems ordering them, let me know. Because potentially I can place those reinker orders through a different ordering system. So try and place your orders online. The online store should let you do that. It shouldn't have switched the numbers off. So if you are having problems with it, then send me an email. Tell me what it is that you're trying to order. Send me an email and I'll see what I can find out for you. Okay, and then the other exciting news is the 2020-2022 in colours, which includes Misty Moonlight. So that set of colours. They should be in the warehouse in the next week or two. So we've been waiting for them for a very long time. Almost a year, in fact. Which, when you think about it, is just absolute madness. Anyway, they are on their way. They've been relabeled. They're being air freighted from the US to here, well, to the warehouse in Germany, and then they'll be on the system. So keep your eyes peeled for those as well. Ooh, yes, Jen, of course I can. Jen's asking if I can show you how to re-ink an old and a new ink pad in the next couple of weeks. Jen, I will do that next week. I am just going to write myself a note. So, re-ink. So, the new foam pad, the old felt pad, and the other ink pads. So we've got Versamark and Stays On and Memento. So I'll show you how to do all of them. Marvellous. Thank you. And yes, it is easy, but it's good to know how to do it. So there you go. So that's good. Right, so any other requests or questions about the re-inkers or the catalogue dates or anything like that? Oh, the white, says Val. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the white, Versamark, Memento, Stays On. Basically everything. Fantastico. Right, Laura. Laura's had a problem with the re-inkers. Are you trying through the demonstrator page, Laura? Are you trying in the online store? Let me know. So, today's project can hold these. So these are actually the cream eggs that were in here. This is empty now and they are out. It's very dangerous that they're out. We all know what happened to the Malteser bunnies. But so can you guess what I'm going to show you today? let's see what you think we might be doing. So Judith's asking if the paper trim is staying the same. She's going to order one this month. Absolutely, yes, Judith. We're not getting a different trimmer. Okay, so whilst you're guessing what we're going to be making, Rose is saying don't eat them. I won't be able to talk if I eat them because I eat them in like 2 bites. So no, I'm not going to eat one on camera. Definitely not. Right, so today I'm actually going to be using this paper. This one here. No, I'm giggling. So my voice is going funny. Hang on. Hi Claire, lovely to join us. Thank you very much. Marlene, I wish I was making a chicken. I don't even know where I'd start making a chicken, actually. I might have to put that on the things Amanda needs to learn how to do. I have done an Easter chick. Ooh. Maybe I could do that. I'm just going to write that on my list. I did make an Easter chick. Curvy box. Right. We will see, Marlene. You never know. Right. So Sue says, is she the only person who doesn't like cream eggs? No, lots of people that don't like cream eggs. Yeah, lots of people saying that they don't like cream eggs. I prefer the original cream eggs to these cream eggs. So before Cadbury's changed the recipe round, well, they got taken over, didn't they? And then they changed the recipe. I prefer the old ones, but Lindor eggs and Cadbury's caramel eggs, they're pretty high up my list. But Lindor, absolutely. Yeah, they're yummy. Okay, so the paper I'm using today is from Sand and Sea. And it's this paper here that I'm going to be using. And you are correct. Who said it? Easter basket. Jan said it was an Easter basket. Yeah. Oh, so Claire's saying mini eggs, on the other hand, are yummy. Yeah, well, I was eating those the other day, wasn't I? So anyway, so look. This is what we're going to be making. So 4 cream eggs fit in there. But, you know, you could put like a little plant pot in there. All sorts of different things. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we can get making. We've got to decide what colour to make this basket. It's going to be pink, but which shade of pink? So one of the things I always say is keep the cardboard backing from the patterned papers, because it's got all the different colours in it listed that are the colours in the paper. And I'm using, I don't know how easy it is, it's going to be for you to see this one. I'm using this one, which is, these are called sand dollars. I'm using this bit. And it says that the colours are Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo. And it's going to be interesting actually to see what how the camera picks this up. I think it's going to have to be Melon Mambo actually. It's going to have to be the bright one. So we'll go with that. We'll go with the, let me see if I hold it a bit further back because the lights are kind of washing it out a bit. Let's see. Let's wait for the camera to kind of, yeah, maybe it'll work better when it's on the flat on the table. We'll see. We'll see. You can give me your opinions momentarily. Sue is saying that the stamp set for this one, the seed heads, is called Enjoy the Moment. So if you liked that stamp set, that's what that is. Okay, let me turn this around. So hopefully you don't get too seasick. Move my coffee out of the way. Actually, I don't need those today. So let's see if the camera can pick this up a bit better. I know I said last week that I've changed the camera angles around a bit. Oh, it's still washing it out a little bit. Yeah, okay. Let me just bring it up a bit closer, see if you can see it better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I think I'm going with that one rather than that one. What do you think? Yeah, definitely melon mambo. Okay, so this is how we are going to make the little basket. And you can make it with a piece of A4 cardstock. So, for my international friends, I have put the measurements, and it's 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 inches is what we need. So I'm just going to do this. Now, who was it that said, Marlene, was it you that said you want to change the knife in the paper trimmer? So Marlene, you've got one of these paper trimmers, yes? So just here at the bottom, there's like a little hole. So you've got the handle bit that kicks out, and then let me put that paper underneath. Hopefully where that bit of paper, pink paper is, there's a little hole. And basically it's like two little V's. And all you do, let me just put this down, all you do is you slide the blade to there, to that little hole, and then you just grab it and you just wiggle it and you just lift it up. So you lift it up one way and it slides out, and you just lift it out. And then to put the new one in, you just slide it. Oh, let me move that one out of the way. You just, yeah, you just see that little bit there. That bit goes into that wider bit. And then just slide it down until the other bit goes in there, and then you just slide it. And Lisa said there's a little notch about 1 inch from the bottom. That's a much much easier way of explaining a little notch, and you just pull it up. And it is really straightforward. a tip to extend the longevity of your blades is, let me just show you. This blade is a V shape and it's a cutting edge on both sides. So when you're cutting, make sure that you cut, so you cut up one way and then the next time you cut down. Quite often we just cut in one direction, but you want to cut in both directions and then you get twice as many cuts. Right, so Faye, yours is popping off at the moment when you cut. Okay, so are you pressing it down hard? Faye, I'm not sure about that. It shouldn't pop off. I mean, it will do if you're down here. I wonder, Faye, if you're cutting from the wrong end. And I know that sounds crazy, but the Stampin' Up logo should be at the bottom. So start your cutting from up here, the other end. If you're cutting with it this way round, each time you go to this bit here, it can pop off. Oh, it's when, no, okay. So Faye is holding it that way up, but it's when you get to the bottom. Yeah. Just be careful as you're kind of sliding through. Okay. Right, so let's make this basket, shall we? So we are measuring 8 1/4 inches square. So this is A4 cardstock and it should be 8 1/4, which it is. I am going to get my pen. You've been cutting photographs and you think you've blunted it. Well, if they're just normal photographic paper, it shouldn't be. If they're like on heavy duty cardstock or something, Marlene, it could be. But it does depend on how much you've used it. So, card is 8 1/4 inches by 8 1/4 inches. And then I've got some patterned paper pieces, which I've cut already. So, paper. We've got 6 at 1/2 inch by 7 1/2 inches. 2 at 1/2 inch by 12 inches. Whoa. So that's those two. And 1 at 3/4 inch by 7 1/2 inches, and then the handle is 1 inch by 7 1/2 inches, and that's card. And then the scoring, which I'm going to do now, is 3/4 inch, 2 3/4 inches, 5 1/2 inches, and 7 1/2 inches. Turn it and repeat. Okay, so let's get the scoreboard. So we're going to score at 3/4, 2 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/2. Turn it round, and then again 3/4, 2 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/2. And that is all done, easy. So I'm just going to reinforce all these score lines. Okay, then I'm just going to bring in this template just to show you. So you're going to cut these two long sections and the little square section on all four corners. Okay, and then these two corners and these two corners, you're going to cut a little wedge shape out. So let's cut these pieces off first. So you're going to cut them off all four corners. Okay, so that's the first bit, and then you're going to cut up all four corners. So you're going to cut those two and those two. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut like a little wedge out. And basically all this is doing is it's just going to make it easier when we come to stick the box together. So the photos that you've printed out then, Marlene, are they just onto cardstock? And have you, or is it photographic paper? And have you done like hundreds? Okay. So this is pretty much the box done, or the basket done. What we're going to do is we're going to fold these two pieces up. They are going to overlap. Let me tilt it on its side so you can see. They're going to overlap like that. And then you've got this piece here. Now, with this, you can do the next bit. Hello, Lorraine. Lovely to hear you, see you. So with this, you can do the next bit one of two ways. So how I've actually done it on this basket here is I have folded this piece down, and that's how I've secured the weaving piece. You can just fold it down and over the top like that if you want to. So if you want a smooth edge, you can glue it onto the inside. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to glue them onto the outside edge later, once I've put the weaving on. So what I found, the easiest thing to do is to put a little bit of tape, not on the wrong bit of the box, but a little bit of tape so that these pieces just stick together first, so that the box is square, and then I can put the glue on here and bring up the sides. Okay, like so. And you just want to make sure that your corner is actually square. And just wiggle it if you need to. So you can see that this 3/4 of an inch flap piece is sticking up. Hello, Sally. Sally's a new demonstrator who's joined with Jenny. Oh, you're a very lucky lady. She's a lovely team leader. Brilliant. Nice to see you here. Oh, okay. So I would say, Marlene, I would just think about how much crafting you've actually done with the blades. And it does, you know, we do have to replace them. If you think it's if you think it's an unreasonably short amount of time, or unreasonably short amount of cuts, then let me know and I'll speak to Stampin' Up about it. Chris is saying she's pleased I've used a darker cardstock as it shows up well against the desk. Brilliant. Okay, so look, so this is actually quite a cute little box in and of itself. So now this is the fun bit. So what we are going to do is we're going to attach these shorter strips, and there are 6 of them. And let me get rid of the eggs because they're going to fall all over the desk. And they're going to stick at the bottom and be overlapped. So what we're going to do is turn the box over, and you want to work out where the middle is-ish. So I'm just squishing it a little bit so I can just see that that's the middle. And you're going to put these, you're going to put 3 of them spaced equally along the bottom. So the way I do that is put glue on one of them and position that there in the center, and then put glue on these 2 like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to bend the paper down like that. And now you can see why I left this little flap piece, because these are going to stick just here underneath that flap piece. And that's what's going to hold them down. Now, I have said this piece needs to be 7.5 inches, and I am just going to trim a little bit off because they're just a little bit too long. So I'm just putting glue here and here and here, and then I'm going to pin those down like that. So what they're actually doing is they're curving out here. So it just makes it look like a basket weave. And then I'm going to put glue on the flap, and we're going to fold the flap down. And then you're just going to repeat it on the other side. And again, I'm just going to trim a little bit off. So it's a little bit less than 7.5 inches. It's might be 7.25 really, but just play with it until you get the sort of look that you're wanting, because you might want it to be really curved there. Okay, and then let's pop that down. And then we're going to repeat it on this side. So again, get your pieces, and so you've got your 3 pieces. Oh. What I didn't ask is the sound okay today? Are we all okay with the sound and the view? And you're going to just stick these over the top of these ones. So again, put your center one in first. Oh yeah, I've got lots of thumbs up, so that's good. And then this one. Brilliant, thank you. And then this one. Okay, so you've got this lovely little crossover at the bottom. And then, yeah, again, let's just trim a little bit off these. And off these. So we're just going to curve that round. Brilliant. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So that's down. Ooh. And then the same with these. And I've chosen to use exactly the same paper for all of these elements, but it would look really cool with different colours. You know, you could use different colours on each of the strands and everything. That would look pretty cool. I've used paper basically so I can, it will bend. Okay, so that is the basis of the box, and actually this to me very much looks like a strawberry box. So the next thing to do is to use one of the 12-inch strips, and that is going to go all the way around the top. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my tape runner, basically because what I want it to do is stick kind of as soon as it grabs. So I'm going to start in the middle, kind of middle at the back, and I'm just going to squash each corner. So as I go along, I'm making sure it's kind of even, and I'm squashing the corner and then just bringing it round, squash the corner again. Ah, Marlene's saying it looks like a lantern that we used to make at Christmas. Yes, absolutely, with the woven paper pieces or the bent paper pieces. Yeah, it does. Isn't it funny how things can bring back memories? Right, so there you go. And then I've just overlapped it. Ooh, tried to overlap it. Here we go. There you go. So you've got your border here, and then this last strip is going to be woven under and over all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the back. So where that join is, that's the back, and then it'll finish at the back. So I'm going to go under that one, over, under, over. And then under, over, under, and just don't pull it too much, as otherwise you'll you'll end up just chasing it round and round and round. So that's under, so it's over, under. Okay, so this is the back. So I want it to finish, or to be stuck on an under bit. So it needs to be stuck underneath that piece. So I'm just going to pull it round a bit. Get a glue dot, because that's a really easy way of sticking it. I'm going to get a glue dot and then just pull it and stick it. So it's level like that, look. And then I'm just going to wiggle the paper around a little bit, that's a technical term, so that the join is hidden. Okay. So then all we have got to do is the handle, which I haven't cut yet, and a little bit of decoration. So we're nearly done. So I'm going to get an inch. The handle is an inch by 7.5. But I have got the patterned paper for it. Yeah. So let's just pop that down. There we go. Then if you use your bone folder, put your thumb on the top, bone folder underneath, and just run it along. Do it a couple of times and it will curl it, and it just then means that you will get a better bend. And then again I'm going to use my seal, I'm going to use my tape, basically because then I don't have to hold it. So where's the back? There's the back. So I'm going to pop that piece in there and that piece in there, and then I thought I would get out my daisy punches. Obviously I was very tempted to put butterflies on this because we know that I love my butterflies at the moment, and then I thought, well actually no, because I've used them on the last 3 projects I think. So I'm not going to use the butterflies. But I thought I would use the daisies. Now I have punched out some daisies already, but I think we need white daisies. I do. I think we need white daisies. So let's punch that. So we'll have a white daisy. And this is... Whoa. Right, so there are two sizes of daisies. So there's this bigger one and the little one, and I like layering them. But I've just thought I need some embellishments. And I did this last week, didn't I? I'm having to root through to find my pearls, because you need a bit of bling. So again, with your daisies, if you use your thumb and just pull them very gently, and I say gently, as otherwise you'll end up pulling your petal off and then you have to start again. So that's that one. Yeah, face saying rhinestones. Yeah, I've got these opal rounds, which are my favourite stones of the moment. So I'm going to just put glue there on there and offset it. And then I need a dimensional. To go underneath. That's going to go. Ooh, 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 yes, on the side, I think. And let's have a look. Yeah, I think that will work just like that. So let's see what you think. Oh no, I think I might need, hang on. Just let me take it off. It needs another white daisy, another big daisy behind. It's not quite voluptuous enough. Yeah, you see, look. We needed an extra daisy. Yeah, that's so much better. Right. Okay, so I've got a dimensional there. Ooh, yes. So Marlene's suggesting pink tips. I think that would be fabulous. I haven't got any blending brushes or sponge daubers up here, so I can't do that at the moment. But yeah, I think that would look really nice. I mean, these daisies are really pretty. Obviously, you can do them in any colour. And I did punch some out in the patterned paper, which looks really nice. But I think we need the contrast with that. So let me just kind of, I'll show you the basket all the way around. So you've got this lovely kind of basket weave. Like I said, it's a good size. So it is. It's about, yeah, 2 3/4 inches square inside and a couple of inches tall. So, you know, it's not huge. Not huge, but cute. So let me see if I can put something underneath it just to kind of prop it up a bit. There we go. Hopefully that kind of shows it off a little bit better. You can actually see it kind of at an angle. Oh, no, maybe not. I'm trying so that I don't actually have to hold it. Marlene's saying they always look bigger when I make them. What? They look bigger on screen, Marlene? Oh, yes, Sally, of course I can. There you go. Let's try doing that. See if that works. There you go. So I am going to put this on the replay. So it'll be on my blog and on YouTube. And you'll be able to scroll down and get all the measurements there as well. So although you can actually see them on screen at the moment, you will be able to scroll down. And I will put them onto the Facebook replay as well. So you'll be able to see that in the details. All of the products that I've used today are available in my online store. You can click on the links that you'll see underneath the video, or you can go to my website, which is www.inspiringinkin.com, and click on the shop button, and you can shop there with me. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's project. Next week, I will be showing you how to re-ink ink pads. And also, yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. But definitely how to re-ink your ink pads. I hope you've had a lovely afternoon. I will see you all. Ooh, again, hang on. I'm just messing around with this shot so that I've got a really nice image that I can put on the thumbnail. It's one of those things that really helps when I'm actually editing the video. So there you go. All right, you all take care of yourselves. I will see you back here next week. And remember, go and get your re-inkers ordered. All right, take care. Bye-bye.